What's up, everybody? I have received a couple of very cool things in the mail over the past couple of days, so I'm going to share these things with you all, and I'm going to jump right into it with the Emerald City Comic Con exclusive that I have here. And of course, it came in a sorter box. This one actually doesn't say what the actual pop is on the box like they do sometimes. It does say Pop Movies though here, and this is one that came from the Funko pop-up shop. And we have here Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now this is one, I got pretty excited when I saw that they were doing this pop figure because I really like this scene from the movie. You know, her with that giant mallet, the fight scene that happened there with involving Roxy Richter, which is another pop now that I'm going to have to try to track down. I guess I would have to call it a grail because I know it's going to be tough to get. But yeah, now that I have this one, I definitely want to get Roxy Richter. I also want to get a Scott Pilgrim as well. You see some of the other Scott Pilgrim versus the World figures back here. Most of these very difficult to get. So there's the Roxy Richter that I would like to add to my collection. I do have Nega Scott. He was one of the easier ones to get, even though he was a SDCC exclusive. He was shared with Hot Topic and did not sell out right away. And actually, I got that as part of a trade. And then these other ones, like I said, some of these other ones very difficult to get. I know Envy Adams and Todd Ingram, I think they were sold together on the Funko shop. Kim Pine, Steven Stills, this Scott Pilgrim, I think all these, well, not sure about that Scott Pilgrim, but I think, you know, a couple of these were commons. I know that Scott Pilgrim was a common, that Ramona Flowers was a common, and Nice Chow as well. You know, so there were some commons, but those are kind of difficult to find in the stores right now. I really want the Scott Pilgrim with the plum tree shirt, I think it is, that was, I want to say, a Toys R Us exclusive. I might want to try to track that one down, but if not, you know, I'll go with one of these other ones. But yeah, I need to get a Scott Pilgrim, and like I said, I'm going to try to get Roxy Richter, but I know that will be a big challenge though. But yeah, like I said, very happy that they made this and very happy that I was able to secure it. I will get it out of box. We will take a closer look at it. Well, here she is, very cool looking pop figure. Looks pretty, you know, cool, very accurate to the movie, at least in my, you know, from my memory. I haven't watched the movie in a little while, but I have seen it several times, you know, so from my memory it looks pretty accurate. The stand, there is an issue with the stand. She actually, her feet don't all the way fit on the stand. Like this one is hanging off some, and it feels a little loose on this side. That's why I'm actually supporting her head, because she really feels like she could fall off of this stand. But she is going to be in the box. You know, I will put her back in the box though, so that really won't be a big issue there. I would just say if you have this figure and you're going to display it out of box, you might want to be kind of careful with it as you're putting it on the stand and where you decide to position it. But yeah, this is a pretty cool looking figure. You see she has goggles on her head there. Okay, yeah, she's got a purse on there with the big star and all of that. You know, I mean, like I said, it just looks like the character. Very nice hair sculpt as well. So yeah, I really do like this character, and like I said, I got to get Roxy Richter to go along with her in a Scott Pilgrim, preferably him with the plum tree shirt. Like I said, even though I don't think that's the shirt he had on in the scene, I'm not that picky about it. You know, it's just that's the Scott Pilgrim I would prefer. But if I got to go for one of the other ones, that's fine. That works as well. But yeah, I definitely want to have those characters together. Not really so worried about the other ones in the line. Like I said, you know, I just want those particular figures, and I will be pretty happy because Scott Pilgrim vs. the World really is one of my favorite movies. So now I'm moving into some viewer mail here, and this first item, this actually comes from a custom pop artist that I featured on my channel not that long ago. I had my FM's Funko feature series, and he was featured in the video before the last one, and well, that episode before the last one of that series. But this comes from Chili Willy Customs, and he actually did send a letter here as well, and he did give me a heads up that he's going to send something my way, so I was expecting a custom. And like I said, I do want to go ahead and share the letter that he sent here. Hey, what's up, Franklin? I just wanted to say thank you very much for doing that segment on me. I really appreciated that. Here's something for your collection. Let's see if you can guess. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your concentration? Allow me to retort. And it has there Ezekiel 25:17. And then, of course, there's that sticker there, Chili Willy Custom. So that is an obvious reference to one of my favorite movie characters, Jules from Pulp Fiction, and, you know, in general, just one of my favorite movies here. And of course, we have here a custom of Jules that This is just so awesome. This is very cool. I love the custom box here. And what makes this a custom is, and I will actually get this out in a moment, we will take a closer look at it, but he actually has flocked hair there, and it almost looks like it has maybe glitter going on in it or something. But he's also holding a big kahuna burger. So yeah, we definitely got to get this out and take a closer look at it. This is so awesome. I love what he did with the box here as well. Of course, he has the figure there, and then he has, and although I noticed that the hairstyle looks a little bit different there. This might be before he completed the custom. I'm not sure why it's, why it's different there, but regardless, he has the figure there. He has a sticker here again, Chili Willy Custom. You see there the Tasty Burger logo there, which is pretty cool. Of course, it says Jules on it, Pulp Fiction. Okay, you got the figure there again on the side. Check out the back of that. Big Kahuna Burger. That's a tasty burger. If you're a Quentin Tarantino fan, Pulp Fiction fan, that is just very cool to see. Got Jules written there on the side, and then check out the top here as well. Now that is a tasty burger, and I love that crazy expression there on Jules' face, as played by Samuel L. Jackson, of course. So this is very awesome here, and I actually do have here the original Jules Pop as well. So it's very cool to have now the original in a custom here also. I do want to point out real quick, taking a look at the back of the original box here, I actually had Vincent Vega for a while. The paint job though was really bad. And also, I'm not like a big fan of John Travolta. I did like him in Pulp Fiction, but the pop, like I said, the paint job was just so bad that I just decided not to keep it. And I've never seen Mia Wallace. If I ever saw her at a decent price, I would pick her up. The Jimmy Pop to me looks very plain, and I know it's actually character played by Quentin Tarantino, and I am a fan, but I don't know if I would go out of my way for that one. And then they don't have Butch pictured on the back for whatever reason. You see it says here Series 1, but I think Butch is the only additional pop they actually did, even though there's so many more characters they could do based off of this movie. But yeah, like I said, big fan of Pulp Fiction, and we actually are going to get a look. I actually will take on both of these. Whoops, let me twist that around. But I actually will go ahead and get both of these out of their boxes so we can take a quick look and compare them. Now that I had the custom out of the box, I do see that, okay, the hair actually is the way that it is on the box, the way that it is pictured. So the hair is slightly different there. It is still a fro, basically, but it almost has a bit of a Jerry curl type look to it, which actually is what it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be a Jerry curl, so it actually looks more accurate, though, because with the original Pop here, I mean, you can forget that almost that it's supposed to be a Jerry curl. This really looks more like a fro, although it does look kind of wilted some, the way that a Jerry curl actually is. But yeah, so this actually is a better representation of the hair, I would say. And I actually like that it has that sparkle going onto it. It really makes it stand out. That just looks cool. And the facial hair and everything is on point. Very cool. I like the big sideburns. It has the bigger sideburns going on than the original Pop. Yeah, so that is a good look to it. And then of course, you see that he's holding the gun in a different position there. Obviously this is a different body that he used here, but it still, really looks like the character. And of course he's holding that burger there. So that is very cool. I kind of wonder, I actually can't tell like which Pop he used, which body he used here. I would be interested in that. But, to know what he did there. But yeah, I mean, it really looks like the character, that's really awesome, and it just stands out even more, like I said, than the original. And yeah, I love both of these though. I think they're both great figures. And I know some people might be freaking out because I took this one out of box. It's been out of box before. Does not bother me to take Pops out of the box, especially ones that I know I'm keeping forever. As long as I'm living, Jules is staying in my collection. That's for sure. Even if I ever decide I'm done with Pops and I sell off most of my collection, this one will still be in my collection. And now this one would be in my collection still as well, because I'm a huge fan of the character, and that's not something that's gonna change, So yeah, Chili Willy, thank you so much for being so awesome and sending this my way. And you all, please make sure that you check him out on Instagram, see the customs he has going on, and if you're really interested, hit him up for a commission as well. If you've been with my channel for a while, then there's a name that you have heard before, Air Master Neo. Air Master Neo is just somebody that is a big supporter of the channel. He's been supporting the channel for a long time, you know, checking out the videos and everything. And just out of the blue sometimes he will just randomly send me some really awesome stuff. Some of the things he sent in the past were some of the favorite things that I actually have in my collection, including I think one of the favorite items that he sent me in the past was a Bloodborne, not really a statue, but I guess you would say a figure of the main hunter that was used in the promotion and everything. And that's actually the look I went with for my personal character as well, at least in the beginning. But yeah, Bloodborne things can be kind of tough to track down, so it was just so cool that he sent that my way. And I think it was a Figma actually, but yeah, he sent me some you know, other really awesome stuff. And once again, he decided to send a box my way. He did not send a letter along with it. Like I said, he just out of the blue sent me some really awesome stuff. So Air Master Neil, thank you for being so awesome. Really do appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get into what he sent this time. And I got the box open here right up top. I was just talking about how Bloodborne figures can be difficult to find. And Afro Samurai stuff is almost impossible to find. I love Afro Samurai. That's actually another character played by Samuel L. Jackson. And you know, like I said, I guess, you know, they feel like it's not popular enough to really have figures that are available, or the figures that are available are so ridiculously priced. It's insane how much Afro Samurai stuff costs. But he sent me here, I can see already, Afro Samurai. This is a t-shirt here, and this is so awesome right away. I already like the color. Let's open it up, get a good look at it here. Yeah, there he goes, Afro Samurai. That is so dope. I love that. That is really cool. He's got the dragon tattoo on the arm there too. Yeah, that is a great likeness of the character. I really hope this is, yeah, and this is my size too, so I can rock this. I love that. That is really awesome. So Air Master Neil, you already hit it out of the park. Afro Samurai, I really love that series. I love also, well, there was the original episodes, like 5 or 6 episodes, and then there was a follow-up movie as well. I wish the character would come back. I wish they would do something else with Afro Samurai. Really entertaining. If you've never checked it out and you're an anime fan, do yourself a favor, definitely check out Afro Samurai. But yeah, this shirt is awesome. Like I said, I love the coloring on it, and it is a great likeness of the character. I'm definitely gonna rock this. I'll probably rock that, you know, next time I go out pop hunting. So that is so cool. Oh, wow. So next up here we have a game. I think this is the first time anybody has sent me a game, and I am a PS4 gamer here. We have a copy of Detroit Become Human. Now, I actually played maybe just, well, I know I played the opening scenario because I think it was a demo, I want to say. Yeah, it was a demo. So I tried out the opening scenario, at least, of this game, and I was curious about it. I've actually been avoiding Let's Plays on it because I knew that I wanted to get around to trying this out one day. So yeah, now I have the actual game. And if you're not familiar with it, in Detroit Become Human, like the decisions that you make, they really shape the story. So, you know, it's like an interactive movie more than anything, basically. And I know it's possible that characters can actually permanently die in the game. Of course, you can replay it, but like, yeah, this is the character that's in the opening scenario, and he actually can permanently die. You know, you just won't see the rest of his story. So this is actually a game that has some replay value to it. It's made by Quantic Dream. They tend to make their games that way, you know, like an interactive movie. So that is very cool, and this is definitely something when I have a lot of downtime that I will get into. There is a big item in this box that is really cool looking. I have never seen this particular one, but I'll get to that last. Let's go ahead and get out here. We have a sorter box, so you already know what this has got to be. And let's go ahead and see which pop this is. And I tend to open these upside down. I don't know why I do that so often. Oh, okay. So we have here Supergirl. And this was, yeah, fall exclusive. So this was a New York Comic Con exclusive Supergirl. And I'm kind of ashamed to say I still not have checked out the television series. If you have been following Supergirl, the series, let me know your thoughts on it. If you think it's worth like sticking with it for the long haul, because there are some shows I feel like I just don't have the time and energy to go back and binge watch. But I think Supergirl is not so far along that I wouldn't be willing to do that, you know, if enough people give it a thumbs up. So yeah, let me know what you think about the Supergirl you know, series, and I might give it a look, see if enough people say that it's cool. But yeah, I like this. I like how she's in the flying pose. Oh, I like that too. I never noticed before that. I like the way that her sleeves come down in the outfit. I really like that. You know, I know that you know, a lot of people like to rock that look. A lot of women like to rock that look, how the sleeve comes down and then they could put the thumb through there at the bottom. That's actually a pretty cool look. As a matter of fact, I think Lady Funko does that sometimes, and Karen from Ethan Finds Out, I know sometimes they do that. I like that look. I like her outfit overall there for Supergirl. So yeah, this is a pretty cool figure here. So the final item here, I have just maybe 4 or 5 of these in my collection. I know I have 2 Batman ones, I have a Predator one, and I'm trying to think of the other character, Frankenstein as well. Yeah, I have a Frankenstein one as well. So I have at least 4 of these already. I might be forgetting one, but yeah, I got at least 4 of these. And now I have another one here, and this actually is a Hikari here, which is a Funko product, and you see that it is of Groot. And I really like this coloring on him. That is such a unique coloring that they have going on here. You see that this particular one limited to 1,000 pieces. Most of the full-size Hikaris are very limited in number. They do have the mini Hikaris as well, which don't quite look as cool to me personally, even though I do have some in my collection and I do like some of them, but I really like some of the full-size Hikari figures. Yeah, that is a really great likeness of Groot. I'm trying to get the whole thing in here because this is kind of large. That might be like I don't know, I would say maybe like 9 inches tall or so. Yeah, that is a very cool figure though. And I love the way they do these boxes, like the neon artwork on them. Check that out. That is great artwork there. Yeah, so this is yet another item to add to my Guardians of the Galaxy collection, and yeah, that is such a cool figure there. And the way that it's sculpted, it actually does kind of look like real wood, actually, so that is very cool. And yeah, I don't have too many of these in my collection, like I said. I know initially that the prices were pretty high on these. I think the prices were like around $80 or so, and they could be difficult to find as well. Like, not a lot of places actually sell them. But more recently though, the prices have started to come down on some of them. Again, that's because I feel like there's not a ton of Hikari collectors out there, but excuse me, but with the prices coming down, I might actually add some more of these to my collection. Let's see if I can fit him up here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like I said, with the prices coming down, I might actually try to add some more Hikari to my collection, because I know I've seen a Joker one that I'm interested in. I saw a Harley Quinn one. I have had trouble finding it again though. I actually saw it at a Comic Con that I went to. It has some really nice coloring on it, but I haven't seen it again. I keep seeing different Harley Quinns, but if I could find that particular one, I might pick that up. And I know I've seen some other ones too, of some other very cool characters and some great designs. The old school Iron Man looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, if I could actually track down some of those other Hikaris at a good price, I might actually go for them. And I know that some people may not collect them because you see the amount of space that they take up, but I mean, just a couple in your collection, I think they're worth it, you know. And some of them do have some really nice like glitter paint jobs, and some of them have some transparency and everything. It really is one of those items that you just need to see it up close to truly appreciate it. So yeah, I love the look of that Groot one there. Thank you so much for that, Airmaster Neo, and for the other items that you sent. You know, the Pop figure, the game, which is very surprising. You know, like I said, first time anybody's ever sent me a game before, and this very awesome t-shirt that I cannot wait to, you know, rock when I go out pop hunting. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Remember, you all, make sure you check out Chili Willy Custom on Instagram. Yeah, I'm really in a good mood right now. These are some very awesome items added to my collection, and let me know down in the comments, what have you picked up recently? What have you added to your collection? Thank you again so much for taking the time to check out this video, and I will talk to you all again real soon.